What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we had a game against the Cleveland Cavaliers and oh my goodness, they beat us so badly that my light has fallen from its place and it's now, I guess, hanging somewhere else. It's kind of leaning on a TV at the moment, but that's because whatever I try, we'll leave that for another time. But you know, a little bit of a punchline there. But yes, it is true. The Chicago Bulls did lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I actually wouldn't say we got beaten that badly at the end of the day, but I think this is a game to be proud of in many ways. I'm actually quite happy with this type of game. No, of course I'm not happy with a loss, but I'm happy with the production and the competition that we brought to a team that is undefeated right now and a team that's probably going to start to become one of the better teams in the league. If not, they already are right now the best team in the league. Whether it stays like that or not, that's something to be proud of for Cleveland. And the fact that we got so close in this game is something to be proud of with the Chicago Bulls as well. But before we get any further, if you liked the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls. And I guess their game today against Cleveland. Who was your player of the game? And just what were your thoughts on this game against Cleveland as we lose 119 to 113? From what I saw, because again, I can't watch every single minute of the game these days, it was very close throughout the entirety of the game. From the second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, it seemed pretty close for the most part the entire time. I want to give credit to Cleveland's defense, because I think that was the key to them winning the game. Yes, they made some big shots, they made some big threes. It felt like both teams came to play from the three-point line today. And ultimately, I would credit Cleveland's defense, and I would probably say bench production that sealed the win for them. I mean, take a look at this bench production, ladies and gentlemen. This is really what got them going. So, they were Karis LeVert off the bench with 12, Jerome with 12, Wade with 3, and Niang with 12 off of their bench. That is quite impressive. You want to know how much bench points the Chicago Bulls had today, ladies and gentlemen? We have Ayo Dosunmu with 10. And Dalen Terry with 4, Adama Sanogo with 2. So altogether, 16 bench points throughout the entirety of the game. I think that's where the game was won and lost. But again, you got to give credit to the Cleveland Cavaliers defense. There were a lot of times where the bench mob was out there and it felt like they were just not composed. Maybe a turnover was given here or there. Very contested shots. That was, in my opinion, the key difference in the game. But no matter what the differences were in the game, no matter how, I guess, the score ended up faring for the Chicago Bulls, we only lost by 6, and we were close the entire time. When you're facing a 12-0 now Cleveland Cavaliers team that has pretty much dominated most of the opponents they've played thus far, and you brought that competition to them, you have to bring a positive out of that. I understand losing is always going to be a negative thing. Maybe for some, it's actually a positive thing because of the tanking situation that we are currently in. However you may feel about the win or the loss, what matters to me is the competition. What matters to me is the effort that we brought. These are the type of losses I can accept every single day of the week because I want fun and entertaining games. I want the Bulls to show this potential beyond this season. I want the Bulls to fight. No one wants to see a 20-point deficit and a blowout loss each and every single game. No one wants to see that. No one wants to see the comeback Bulls either each and every single game. At some point, you want to see the Bulls control a game. Even though that didn't happen today, I'm very impressed with the fight that we brought to the table. And that is all I could really, I guess, talk about in all honesty. You know, it's the biggest thing. And I'm very impressed with it. But with that being said, of course, there are a couple of guys that we could give big shout-outs to before we head off. And that is obviously starting with Zach LaVine. 26 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists. A quiet first half, I would say, and I think he must have had a great second half to be the leading scorer for the Chicago Bulls. Patrick Williams with a double-double night. Congratulations to the man. 13 points and 10 rebounds with 3 assists. Not too bad. Vucevic, once again, being productive as he normally is. 20 points and 8 rebounds. And you also got Kobe White with 20 points, 6 rebounds and 7 assists, or actually the other way around, 6 assists, 7 rebounds. So that is very nice as well. And then Josh Giddey doing what he does, 18 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds on the night. You got to give credit to that as well. And Ayo and Dalen Terry we've already mentioned. So a lot of key guys are stepping up to the plate, but you can kind of tell how we lost the game then, because I mentioned starters and Ayo in the big categories, if you know what I mean. you go to the Cleveland Cavaliers side of things, you're going to see a great bunch of starters producing, and you're also going to see bench players coming into the fray. But again, I have hope, man. This game brings hope. Not only we verse Cleveland in a couple days' time in the NBA Cup, but it brings hope for the rest of the season. It brings hope that the Bulls can be a competitive team. I'm not saying competitive in the point of winning or even going for a championship or anything like that, but competitive in each and every single game. If we're going to win a game, we're going to win it closely, most likely. If we're going to lose a game, we should be losing it closely. That's all I want. That's all I want to make this season fun and entertaining. So congratulations to the Bulls on, I guess, the effort. And hopefully in the next time out, if we produce the same type of effort, we will hopefully get the results in the end as well. I can't really say too much else. It's the number one thing to take away. So with that being said, let's move on. The player of the game. Man, I mean, you could give it to the obvious guy, Zach LaVine, 26 points is quite impressive, 6 rebounds on the night as well. You could give it to Patrick Williams, I think, double-double for the man. Vucevic, I think, could get it. Kobe White could get it. Josh Giddey could probably get it as well. I mean, all of these guys had outstanding games. I think for me, I'm probably going to give it to Zach LaVine. I think he made a big impact in the second half. And ultimately, I think it was an impact that was well needed in the end. And yeah, that's all I really got to say in that regard. I just hope that, again, the bench production is what needs to improve. And you know what? There are some players in this team that are earning their minutes, and today just wasn't their night. For example, Julian Phillips. The reason why he plays is because he's a very good shooter from the three-point line, especially on those corners, and there's a need for that in this Bulls team. The reason why Dalen Terry plays is because he's very tenacious on the defensive end, and he's able to hit people in transition. There's a need for that here. Of course, the bench is young. The bench sometimes is inexperienced. I get that. And it's very key that we can hopefully get some experience in there, like a Lonzo Ball when he's able to return. But regardless, that's what you find with this Bulls team sometimes. When you get young guys playing, you're going to get inconsistency. It will not all come together straight away. So I'm hoping for an improvement in the next time out. And hopefully with that improvement comes a victory. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to comment, like, and or subscribe if you are new. A bit of a shorter game reaction here. I need to do better in terms of watching the game out and outright. It kind of hurts when I'm at work when the game is on because I can't just say, you know what, I'm going to watch the game and then go back to work or anything like that. I can only watch it sporadically and then I have to watch the rest of it at night. Sometimes that is not the best way to kind of watch a game. And if you watch a game in that way, you forget things. And I think that's what's happened in this game reaction. But I don't really have much else time to make it. So I'm sorry, guys. This might be the best that can happen for now. And hopefully I can provide more information, more about the game, more about my honest opinions. Because I'm saying I did that in this video as well. But hopefully I can provide more of that in the next one. So we'll wait and see. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care. And peace.